quilt people of the universe. What's going on? Things here in Palm Springs are, oh my gosh, hot, 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 hot. It has been like between 110 and 120 every single day. The low has been getting down to like 100. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I feel a little bit like I'm on Gilligan's Island or Survivor or I don't know what, but we're all getting through. This has been a really, 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 really hot summer. So crazy. Anyhow, purpose of today is to talk about my fabric lines. The one that we're kind of wrapping up, right? Pottery, which is behind me. And then the new one, Leaf, right? That's going to be really exciting. Preview, I'll give you a little preview today just so you kind of see where I'm headed and also understand a little bit about the inspiration of Leaf, right? So, as you know, pottery is now available. I'm trying to get it out the door. Look at my pottery sign. Like the tea just melted. As you know, I have terrible air conditioning here in the studio, so I'm always just sweating to death. But yeah, it actually stayed. Wasn't expecting that, but anyhow, what am I doing? Yeah, so the pottery fabrics, I am in the process of, trying to get rid of all of these so that I have room for the new line, which will be showing up here in about 2 weeks. So I have kits, I have fat quarter bundles, whatever you want. So the kits are available from this one. Actually, let me just grab the price sheet so I can talk about that, in an educated manner. I don't know! So yes, we have the fat quarter bundles. I have like 3 of these left, and I also have 3 of the Arkansas Crossroads kits already made up, right? So that's this one here. I'll splice in a picture. And then, so yeah, with the kits, you just get the fabric, okay? They're not pre-cut, but you get the yardage that you need in order to cut it and make it, okay? So you get the pattern for free, you get the fabric, right, in order to make the project. And then I'm also throwing in a bonus pattern because it's not been too popular and it's not selling too good, so I'm just going to give it away for free. Anyhow, because I got like a ton printed. But yeah, I'm just trying to, kind of purge some of this stuff out of there. As always, don't forget, we do have the Quilting Cowboy trucker hats, both in green and brown. And then, of course, my book, which is always fun when people order this and I can sign it for them and send that off because some people enjoy that. And what else? Oh, yeah, pricing. Okay, so for the kits... Okay, so as you all know, and I'll put up pictures of this. So the cross-play, I do have to substitute one fabric because I'm out of one of the fabrics that it uses, but it's the exact same color, it's just slightly a different pattern. Okay, so the cross-play is $65 for the kit, and then for the Arkansas Crossroads, like I said, is $50 for the kit. Rolling Romance, which is this one behind me here. And this is a really fun one. It's also a great stash buster. Like if you have 25 fat quarters that you want to use up, right, each one kind of uses a circle, right? So that's a good one. Also can be a stash buster, but I'll also send you the kit. The kit is $70 on that one, okay? Kit for Shifting Perspectives is $42.50. And then Star Bright Nights. Now, Star Bright Nights is a paper pieced... it's a paper pieced pattern. So if you're not into paper piecing, don't get Star Bright Nights. But it is very cool, and it is also really easy. So long as you know how to paper piece and do Y seams, okay? Y seams. And then, of course, the fat quarter bundles are $55. Okay, so that is pottery. We're getting it out the door. Hooray. But then I wanted to talk a little bit about my new line, Leaf, which will be in stores probably March or April of next year, but it is in production now. I should have all the bolts here shortly, but I wanted to talk about the inspiration for that because some of you, find that interesting. I find it interesting, especially how other designers come about their, process and what inspires them. So, as you know, most fabrics that are out there when they think of men, right, and what men want, they often kind of verge into the camo, like the camouflage lane. And so I wanted to do a high design version of camo, right? And what is that? What does that mean? And also, how do we translate that into today's color palettes and things like that? The leaf line is actually far more colorful than pottery, right? Pottery is very boy, right? But I wanted to bump up the colors, and so you'll see in there's bright reds and greens and things like that that I didn't always incorporate in the first line, okay? So when I started the leaf line and all of my, fabric lines, I always want to have a stripe, like a really good stripe that's not a typical stripe, right? And that's what was so interesting, like about this one. I love the colors in this one, right? This is one of my fabrics from Pottery, but it's also my stripe from Pottery. Okay, let me grab the fabrics and I'll show you at a far, far distance. So you can just get a little sneak peek without, going full open kimono. Too much information. All right, let me grab that, and then I'll show you kind of some of the colors that I'm going to be that I have incorporated into Leaf. All right. The first design I did for Leaf was, like I said, the stripe. And how I achieved that was essentially I wanted to look at a crossover ribbon kind of design, right? But it's also, the whole leaf design is very organic in its nature, right? So that's the name, like leaf. It has a very kind of natural kind of weave and ebb and flow of the designs, which I think is really cool. But it also lends itself, like I said, to that kind of basic camo, right? We've all seen camouflage in all types of different colors, right? And, that's an interesting pattern, but it's not high design. Okay, so I wanted to take that idea of the typical camo and move it more into like, how we design today. And obviously, my design aesthetic is always kind of like 70s, right? That's just what I like. And but you can also see that how that's inspired by this. Like, let me just show you one design. Hold on one second. I gotta plan these things better. So you can see my original design inspiration kind of pulling from that Tom Ford nod towards the 70s. I know that's a really specific, like, kind of reference, but those of you who get it, or just Google it, right? Tom Ford, designer, okay? I love his stuff, and he also pulls a lot from the 70s. So I, like, from the original pottery line, you see fabrics like this and, like this, that are very 70s, but they work so cool in modern design. Okay, so I love that. So my new line, it does still kind of live a little bit in that world, that kind of mid-century modern through the 70s kind of vibe. Oh yeah. Oh, I need help. So I wanted to show some of the new colors that you can expect in the leaf line, and so like I said, it's more colorful, and I'm really excited. The first design that I did, again going back to that kind of natural stripe, was a take on a woven ribbon. Okay, and I was really inspired by that, but I wanted to do it in a manner that really lended itself well, right, to a design, right? And so you can't see it up close because all the detail isn't up close. I love it. It's so beautiful. But this is the very first one I did, right? And so it has a lot more black and whites in this next line. It has, oh, I love this. I chose this one because it was a little bit more of a nod towards like a buffalo plaid, which is awesome for guys, right? If you remember my bear coat of arms quilt, that used kind of that idea as well a lot. So this is kind of the red that I use in the new line a lot, which I think is going to be gorgeous. And then, kind of sticking with some of my 70s vibe, kind of this yellow and green, which I think is really cool colorway, especially for some of those younger ladies who design. and who are kind of into that kind of boho chic, kind of awesomeness. And then some blues, right? This is kind of a gray and blue combo. And then also, of course, always my Noble White, which is always kind of one of my main keys that I use, right? It's the same color that's in here, that's in my lined Leah, which I can kit as well. I didn't put a price on that. Yeah, do I have enough fabric for that? I don't know, I'll have to check. If you're interested, let me know. But lined Leah, it really played off of all the Noble White in my first collection of pottery. But yeah, so I brought that back so you can kind of see it's white on white, right? Which I always think is really beautiful, because if you have everything in the collection that's too much contrast, you just need some backgrounds like here, right? In the middle of this, some backgrounds that aren't calling as much attention to themselves. So those are some colors you can kind of look forward to in the next line. That's your preview of that. Again, I have about 27 designs in the new collection, which is about the same as pottery. So I hope that you're excited about that. I can't wait to get the fabrics, but like I said, I've got to get the pottery out the door. So if you're at all interested in a kit or a fat quarter bundle, message me. I know we're on YouTube here, but message me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll work through. I can always take a credit card over the phone. I can also take Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, any of those that work for you. You can also just send me a check. That works as well. All right, so that's kind of all I'm doing today. Not really a tutorial, but I just wanted to kind of let you know about all of these items, so that if you are all interested, it is very, very, very limited. I have what I have in the studio, and after that, it'll be gone, because I do want to retain some for myself. So that's where we are. It's nice seeing you. I hope you're having a great day. Stay cool, I will certainly try and do my best, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.